Hello, my friends. Happy New Year. Oh my gosh, it's going to be a great new year. At least I hope so. Anyway, I'm about to go out with my husband, and we're going to do a dinner out and have a romantic glass of wine and see what kind of good mischief we can get in by ourselves. Anyway, the crinkle noise you hear is this fabulous new toy I got for my cats for Christmas, which they wanted nothing to do with. I'll tell you more about that in a little bit, but I'm going to crinkle that some, just fidget with it while I talk to you and tell you some stuff that I've been thinking about. Nothing big. I am not thinking deeply right now. Not making any resolutions either. No way. Resolutions are just ways to make sure you fail. That's my thought. But anyway, just wanted to show you the perspective from where I sit in the living room. My television is pretty far away, but I don't mind it like that. It feels better to me not to be so close to a TV. And I do have the front door open because my wood-burning stove, oh my goodness, it just got so hot I had to shut it down and open the front door. I love having a wood-burning stove again. Yeah, so if you hear any birds tweeting or anything like that, I hope it's a good sound. But I'll tell you what, I've tried to start this film and I've had an ambulance. I've had 3 major loud cars come down my street. And I've just train. If a train came by right now, you guys would just be blasted out, and so would I. It's hard to have a train go by when my doors or my windows are open because it's about maybe a football field length away from me. But anyway, it's just it's an enchanting neighborhood, really. I have my complaints, but otherwise, I'll tell you one resolution, and it's not even really a resolution, it's a goal. And that was this weekend. My husband and I started on building a fence in my backyard. We already have a good portion of it up, but I want it to go all the way around so I can appreciate my neighbors even more. If you know what I mean, it's I heard it once said that fences make the best neighbors. That's so that you can all enjoy your own space and get along. So that when you do join up in the front yard where you're all public, it's a choice. And that's your choice to visit. Yeah, so that's about the only New Year's resolution I have, is to get my backyard into the paradise I want it to be. So otherwise, then, my thoughts about resolutions are that they're really just to make sure that you don't fail. Make it a goal. Make it a dream. Make it a desire. You don't want to set yourself up for failure by making a promise or by making a resolution. It's too easy to fail that way. Anyway, so here's the other thing. It's not another thing. It's actually just a thing. I I wanted to tell you, show you that this crazy little toy. All it is. See if I can. Let's see. Here it is. It's just stuffing. I opened it up on this end and found that there was just pillow batting in there, and that the cloth was lined with and sewn to a sheet of plastic. So it's really just a pillow with a plastic cloth sewn to and tied up with a ribbon. So it's really just a pillow. And these feathers are so great. I love them. I know it seems crazy. I guess I am a little crazy, but these feathers I will just tickle my face with. It's total self ASMR. I can just crinkle this, tickle my face with the feathers, and just hold it up against my face. Alright, so here's the thing. Why am I using this cat toy as a fidget toy? Well, basically, I got this for my kitties for Christmas, and I put it down for them, and they went running away. Just like if I had put like a cucumber or some foreign object, as they show on YouTube videos. They just jump, they freak out. Now see, it has a little bit of, every once in a while I can feel a little nodule of some texture there that has catnip in it, so it's supposed to attract them. I don't suppose they can see the mouse. But it just makes it attractive, I think, if you're just gonna, leave it hanging around on the floor or whatever. But this no longer hangs out on the floor. It sits right here in my chair. So, this is my perspective. I'm just showing you that I watch the TV there and sit here in my chair. So you're seeing exactly my view. Oh yeah, and two, I was going to tell you, I put on my fancy boots. Can you see that? I love them. They got these buckles on the end, but I can't reach them. They're too far away from me. Otherwise, I was just going to, oh yeah, and we dress up a little bit, to go out for New Year's. So I've got my rhinestone sparkly bracelet for the evening and a couple of kind of sparkly rings. They're just inexpensive stuff that I got from the consignment shop the other day. You might have seen that video. So anyway, I just keep rambling all over the place. Listen, I was going to show you what I normally have by my chair to crinkle. My infamous blue crinkle notebook. This thing has been such a great thing. Such a great thing for me to have. Love it. So, it's kind of sitting in the bucket these days because this thing has totally replaced it. So I put it down next to the cats and they both went running, and I thought, well, you don't want it, I'll keep it. This side has a sort of a rough burlappy kind of texture. And this side has soft velour kind of texture. See if you can hear that. Very nice. Very nice. So my husband, he sits over there on the couch. He lays there, plays games and video games and stuff here and there. Anyway, if it gets real quiet, all of a sudden he'll hear this thing crinkling wildly over here. He just laughs at me and he says, my goodness. He says, I just didn't think anything was ever going to replace that Crinkle notebook of yours. I'm always usually just flipping this thing. But here's the thing. I keep saying, here's the thing. Well, I'll say it again. Here's another thing. Reality is that a lot of us that like ASMR have a certain amount of anxiety, I think. Maybe not. That might not be a true statement, but I think that we tend toward anxiety, and we are looking for a certain amount of comfort or peacefulness, that sort of thing. And so the main reason why I'm showing you this and telling you about it is because if you, for some reason, can't get to a video or play a video, if you keep something like this nearby where you're just sitting and resting, it's rather a comfort toy, a fidget toy. Put this down here so the camera doesn't only look at the mouse, because that's kind of a pretty view, isn't it? Right outside my door is the holly bush. It's not a bush, it's a holly tree. It is a really tall holly tree. It's an evergreen, and it stays like that all year, and I love it, love it. It is not, it is definitely winter here. All of the trees are bare except for the evergreens. And when we bought this house, the person who had it before us had it just filled with every kind of evergreen, except for a few of the trees. So when I look out my window, I'm always seeing something that's green, even in winter. And oh my goodness, you should see that holly tree covered in snow. So beautiful. Something else that happens that's so fantastic is well, it kind of depends on what the weather's doing, but I've seen it several times since I've lived in Tennessee. But if you have a holly tree or bushes that have berries, huge flocks of birds will land on your tree all at once. It is the most magical, beautiful sight you'll ever see. Well, that's exaggerating a little bit, I guess, but my heart just wants to come out of my throat whenever these phenomenon happen. So one year, it was it robins, red-breasted robins came and landed in, oh my gosh, I got the most beautiful footage of those gorgeous robins. And then another year, I don't know the breed, or the kind, not breed, that's not the right word. Well, I'll just say the easiest word. It was the kind of bird, species. That's the word I'm looking for, species. They were very yellow, And they were just in this huge flock and landed on that holly tree and a couple of other trees in my yard. And oh my gosh. And it was snowing too. Oh my gosh, it was the most beautiful, beautiful thing. I'm being so effusive, it's ridiculous. But I'm such a girl. I guess I'm such a girl. But I think if a man was sitting there and saw that too, they'd just, so picture that holly tree out there, if you can see it at all, covered in snow, with berries popping out, peeking out, and sitting here and seeing a wild flock of birds land in the hundreds all over it, just eating berries. The most beautiful thing. The most beautiful thing. My cats love it when I open the door too, because they're free to roam in and out without having to go through a cat's door. They get excited. They really get excited. Etta and Extra both have been by here a couple times, but not since I turned the camera on. Anyway, I was going back to the subject of a fidget toy. Now, see, many of you know that I work on a special needs bus, and there are certain careful of the HIPAA law, Rebecca. Let's see, they have certain disabilities that make them need to have what they call a fidget toy. And basically I took my notion from them that it could actually be comforting to have something in my hand. And I had noticed already that in my life I had a habit of twirling my hair. I say that with a question sound at the end of it. I guess I say it that way because I don't know if any of you have heard of it. So, but it's just being tactile, you know. I used to think, well, I just like the way things feel. But then I realized that I also like the way things sound too. But the touching and the activity, well, kinda, I knew that most of the times when I was just sitting still, it wasn't a matter of just, gosh, I can't sit still. It was also just that I was tending towards self-comforting and feeling, I'll go as far as to say as feeling loved, even if it's not somebody else that's doing it. It isn't strange. I found that out by reading and on psychology and stuff, and finding out what it means. And I looked up twirling my hair. I'm sitting there twirling my hair thinking, oh, it just feels good, and it's soft, and it might, that's all I'm thinking. But then they actually went on to say that it has a name, that if you play with your hair a lot, it's sort of a side thing to a mental, I don't want to call it a disease, I don't know, it's a mental disorder. Oh God, I hate all those words. Anyway, it's called trichotillomania. Trichotillomania. And it's just like a part of the idea that you have to fidget with your hair. And I was going, no, No way, I don't have trichotillomania. I don't like to pluck all my eyebrows out and just, but there's no, I'm so tired of being labeled and labeling other people. But here's the thing is I just realized that somewhere in our childhood, like when we get attached to a blanket or whatever it may be, it's just comforting. It's simply comforting. So that's a very lengthy way of trying to explain to you that it's okay to have a fidget toy and something that allows us to feel comforted, which is so much of why I love ASMR and why I started making the videos, because I really wanted to make my own. Actually, that's how I started out. I wanted to make my own videos for me. I just never dreamed that anybody else would enjoy them too. So I'm so pleased about that. So this is my new fidget toy. It's much more comforting than the notebook because I can crinkle this in my ear, feel the textures, look at the mouse, tickle my face with the feathers. It actually really reminds me, too, of, I don't know if any of you guys experienced this as children. Our family was close, but not super, super close. We just, but we did agree. I don't know why, but we agreed with each other to, I'll tickle your back if you tickle mine. So we would do that. And we'd take turns. And it was just really nice. And I don't suppose you could do that with each other unless you liked each other a little bit. But to this day now, as we got older, we got really close, our family. Even though we don't all live close, none of us lives close by each other. Well, can't take my Crinkle toy with me, my fidget toy with me out to dinner, so I should probably put this away soon and head out. Oh, there's one more thing I wanted to tell you though. Put this down for a little bit, although I won't stop crinkling. I recently did a face reveal video wherein I told everybody that watched it that I am 59 years old. Well, I just can't even believe it, but for a whole year I've been giving myself an extra year. I'm 58, I'm not 59. That's the funniest thing to find out, that I had assigned myself another whole year in age. And I can't tell you how happy it made me to find out I was wrong. But I just laughed and laughed when I found out. And the way I found out was that I was talking to my sister on the phone and wishing her a happy birthday. And she said, and I asked her, I said, how old are you now? She says, this such age. And I told her, hey, you can't be that age because I am this many years different than you. So That can't be right. She says, no, I'm pretty sure I'm this old, this age. And I go, okay, well, something's askew, so I better find out. And so when I got off the phone with her, I Googled, how old is someone who was born this year on this date? And she was right. And so then I Googled my birth date, and I just couldn't believe my eyes. I thought, you silly woman, you silly girl. You don't go around telling everybody you're a year older than you are. I guess I was wearing it as a badge of honor, sort of, but I am not. 59, I am 58. Silly, silly me. There was one other thing I wanted to tell you. I have only uploaded one video on Christmas week, and I am only uploading this video this New Year's. And the reason why is because I really don't want to upload on such a, what do you call, two of the slowest weeks of the whole year for video uploading. I got on a Google or YouTube research program and found out that, and it's proving to be true, that this Christmas week and New Year's are super, super slow, and they basically taught us that you do not upload a video. Well, you do, especially if your subscribers are expecting one, but you don't, it's the worst time of the year. And really, it's even like, okay, let me think here, how to say this. For example, I uploaded a bunch of Christmas videos in December, and they're all about Christmas. The thing about that is that if they're Christmas related, very few people will watch that after Christmas. So, financially speaking, I'm shooting myself in the foot by making it thematic like that. And so, when it comes to actually uploading a video on New Year's, it's not necessarily thematic, but it's going to get very few views after New Year's. So that's why I'm only uploading this video this week. I'll be back in earnest in January, trying to share with you my creative genius. Yes, I'm just creative genius. No, I'm just kidding. I am one of the most ordinary people you'd ever like to meet. That's why it's so interesting to me sometimes to have any of you comment like, I'm all that. It's like I'm just like, I'm such an everyday person. You totally just come to my front door and find that out in 2 seconds flat. Such a beautiful day today. It's such a beautiful day. It's a little bit overcast, and that's okay. It's just that the weather's so nice and mild right now that I could actually keep that door open and enjoy it. Well, I think I may have chatted all I have to say. Just wanted to share with you this cute silly mouse toy and get real with you about fidgeting, that kind of thing. See if I can show you the whole thing. The dimensions. It's probably about a foot and 6 inches. No, it's more like just a little over a foot long. Isn't it cute though? Get them in all kinds of colors and designs. And I found it at Walmart on the cat aisle. But don't do like I did and start pulling the stuffing out. Can't get it back in there unless I untie it again. Okay, my friends, it's time for me to go. Just want to wish you a wonderful, wonderful new year. Blessings in your life. All good things from God. That is what I wish you. Goodbye now.